Salutations viewers, I'm Sir Bookwriter, and I'm on a race against the calendar to beat all 96 of my 200cc time trial runs before the year ends. Last time, Grumble Volcano was in the hot seat, and now we're cooling off with track 92, Piranha Plant Cove. Piranha Plant Cove is the final track in the Acorn Cup, released in Wave 6 of the Booster Course Pass, and is also the third Acorn Cup track of this project. Odds are, this is the cup we'll be finishing first. Cove is also laid out like a Tour City track, with each lap going through a different segment, so naturally, I'm a bit inclined towards this track. The record history can be summed up in 4 easy parts. Doodle was the first to understand the complexities of this track, setting the first few records on release day. Mirai would then catch up and figure out some strats of his own, getting the first few days of record duration. Technical, once he was satisfied with Wii Rainbow Road, took to the track next, fighting off Mirai and Alberto to hold on to the record for the rest of 2023. Finally, Bruh entered the scene on New Year's Day, and after a tussle with Technical and Yoshi, took full control and has had the record since. Bruh's understanding of this track is on another level from anyone else, greatly evidenced by the fact that at one point he set a time in the worldwide top 10 without using any shrooms. It's since been knocked off by other players, but the fact that Bruh got it there at all shows just how good he is at this track. Let's take a look at Bruh's run that actually uses shrooms, and see why the gap in the top 10 is almost as big as it is on Cheeseland. With the high number of off-road shortcuts on this track, it may surprise you that Bruh begins with a start shroom. However, pretty much all of these cuts can be taken shroomless. Plus, start shrooming is just good on 200cc. Bruh chains the start shroom into an MT, tricks off the right side pillar, and then through the geyser. Ordinarily, doing a flip trick is necessary underwater, as the boost comes out later and thus closer to the ground. However, in this one specific instance, flip tricking off of the pillar is actually slower, as the trick boost comes out after you pass through the geyser, thus making tricking off of it and the following stair ledge impossible. Bruh does specifically a down trick through the geyser, as that for some reason gives less air, allowing for this following trick off the stair ledge. Bruh then tricks twice more here, lands in a drift, and uses underwater physics to his advantage to fly all the way over this corner. This would not be as easy to perform if not for the giant red thing here. Upon releasing his UMT, Bruh does another MT on the right path, does a couple of tricks, snakes through this section, and does one more MT off the glider to perform motion. This next part is a series of bizarre moments, so I'm just gonna let it play out and then explain afterwards. First off, what I said in the water park video about tricking into water still applies, especially considering it's a long way down here. However, this random ledge is drivable for some reason, and you can land on it just long enough to be able to start a drift. This next turn has a massive invisible wall above the rocks to prevent players from trying to unfairly cut the corner. However, this wall doesn't cover all of the cliff, and Bruh manages to barely squeak by thanks to the height gain from landing on that ledge. Finally, he lands in what should be off-road, except these random ruins aren't counted as off-road, so Bruh is able to complete this with zero slowdown whatsoever. If any one of these factors was removed or altered in any way, this entire shortcut wouldn't work nearly as well, if at all. By the way, the normal person method is to just drift off the ledge here and charge a UMT around the cliff. It's much easier, but much slower. Bruh then snakes through this last bit, collects 2 more coins, and we're now in lap 2. Beginning lap 2, Bruh now takes the left side, but avoids the pillar, opting to go straight for the geyser. The rest of this is a pretty similar sequence to lap 1, except now Bruh drifts off this last part instead of tricking. That drift becomes an SMT around this corner, which Bruh follows with another trick. He lands in a drift, does 2 SMTs around the next 2 corners, and then does another cool looking but less complicated big flying water shortcut. He then releases an SMT, lands on the boost panel, and collects his final coin while avoiding the thwomps. Bruh then uses his second shroom around the final corner of lap 2, enters lap 3, and then immediately uses his final shroom through this first off-road segment. That drift is held for a UMT, and we'll be seeing the abuse of water physics in full effect this lap. Bruh does another MT, hops into the shortcut, tricks off of the middle of the off-road somehow, and then drifts off the next ramp. A couple more flying SMTs and a geyser trick later, Bruh empties through this corner and tricks off both of these ledges. The eel is very scary, so Bruh goes around him, releases his MT early, does another quick MT, and then uses his momentum to hop through the final corner to the finish line. Real quick before we get started, my mouse double-clicked when starting the recording for this session, so all I have for the initial recording is this. That being said, everybody say thank you to Elgato Game Capture for allowing up to 2 hours worth of replay buffer, so only the intro was actually lost. Now, on with the gameplay. Oh, that corner is screwy. And just when you think you're out of the woods, that last corner came in. See what a good shrimp can get you. There we go! Okay, that only took half an hour and almost a second time loss in lap 3. Oh, Sir B. That's not supposed to be my Switch name. Played a lounge FFA last night. Big mistake, by the way. It just feels counterintuitive to hold anything in the downwards direction in general in this game. Especially during a drift, because there's really only, like, 3 tracks where that's actually useful. It's not as counterintuitive to me as it might be to some other players, because I played one of the tracks where holding down was useful for 3 years. Oh. I find myself in a bizarre situation. Well, that's a more balanced run. But that word balanced is in quotation marks. Nice MT miss. This could still PB. Oh, especially since I got the double coin. And also I got a really good landing. Uh-oh. Another 0.1 improvement. How much was I down by going into lap 3? Identical... Huh. 22 milliseconds. Identical lap 2 across both runs. Okay. Hell. That run was going so well, too. Wall boost? That's not allowed. And of course I miss a coin. And I miss another coin as well. There's the larger improvement I was looking for. Unfortunately, it's a 9-coin run. That lap 3 still sucks. And I missed several things. Oh, that was the run with the wall boost. Okay. At bruh, new strat. Good luck. I just like to imagine that this little pole on the front of the land ship just got stuck right... It just got impaled right here on this curb. And that's why I just suddenly stopped moving. Oh, nice. Just a casual 0.5 improvement. That lap 3 still stunk. It was mostly just laps 1 and 2. That Nisk was insane. That ending... Like, that entire lap 3 was really good. Yeah, look at that. That's the run I was looking for. Unfortunately, the lap 1 stinks. Did I literally forget to hit record this whole time? Huh. Thank God for replay buffer, and also that I use Elgato and can scroll back an entire 2 hours. Yeah, that lap 1 was unfortunate, but laps 2 and 3 were really good, and lap 3 in particular was insane. For my standards, anyways. Okay, this run's gonna be tough to beat, but I'll try for a little bit more. If it doesn't work, so be it. Alright, 2 coins. This is a PB. Well, that didn't last long. Second time's the charm. That was way closer than I feel like it realistically should have been. Rare instance of Piranha Plant Cove stairs being bad. Okay, good to know that lap 3 was beatable. Still the dilemma of, do I want to keep pushing? But yeah, I'll keep going. See if I can get in that time, and if not, again, oh well, I've already improved. US tops are 26.1? What? Why do people know how to play this track? Why are US tops, like, more optimized than worldwide tops? What's funny is if I roll Wii Rainbow Road, I can feasibly get US tops there. And Wii Rainbow Road is a far more consistent track than this. I forgot to shroom. Alrighty. That is gonna do it for me. Improved by quite a lot this session, which I am very happy with. Oh, I didn't get a screenshot of the most recent PB. Whoops. Editing cube, put it on screen now. Yeah, I definitely needed a track like this after the veritable gauntlet I've been through. Once again, I'm hoping for smooth sailing for quite a while, but the way my luck has been, who knows? Alrighty, we made it through Piranha Plant Cove. It was actually quite an enjoyable time. This is another one of those tracks that I could probably go back and improve after the project's over, but don't have time for that right now. We have, what is it, 84 more tracks to do? So, let's see what track number 13 is. I hope... I have a bad feeling about this. Let's see. Oh, a duplicate. That's a surprise. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to play Mute City again. I'm just going to reroll and then go from there. 96, Wee Rainbow Road. That's going to be fun.